Okay, I'm gonna make this quick video. Hopefully you can hear me over my air conditioner. But anyway, I have a question for you guys. So, have you guys ever been through one of those experiences where you're in a situation and you're like, dude, I do not know how to get out of this situation? Or maybe it's that you don't know how you're going to get out of it, or feel like you don't know how to get out of it, or how you are going to get out of it. But maybe you just feel like you're in a situation that's long and it's kind of trying and kind of like troublesome. And then you stick through it and you talk about God and you say something about God and you make it through. Then you get out of it and then you realize you weren't even in there that long, and somehow you have more time than you thought you had, and you're rejuvenated and like God gives you this zap of electricity and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so great right now. That was not that bad at all, and honestly I feel really good about it. That's what I feel right now, and I'm just super glad. I'm super thankful for God, and I'm super thankful for the way that He's always here for us. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that at the end of the day, one of the best things that you can ever do is give God glory. And the situations will be kind of complicated sometimes. They'll be kind of tricky sometimes. And you'll feel like, I don't really know. I might even feel like, you know how like you're in a conversation and the tone of the conversation has a certain tone? Well, you may sense that by talking about God, you introduce this whole new tone to the conversation. Well, you definitely do, but that's not a bad thing. That's actually the best thing. And so I just want to encourage you guys to do that. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. It's worth it, because He says in His Word, if you stand up for me, I'll stand up for you. And if you deny me before man, I would deny you before my Father. So just keep that in mind. That's a really important thing to remember, right? We do not ever want to shy away, and we don't ever want to like retreat when faced with the question of, what do we do? What do we do when times get hard? What do we do when we don't know what to do? Who do we turn to? Literally, what do we do when we don't know what to do, right? Do we pray? Do we say, I know God has got me. I know God's taking care of this. Or do we say, I don't know what to do, so I don't know what to do? And do we just go that way? Because we know what's right, and we know God is who is right. So let's just talk about Him more. I dare you to start talking about Him in your conversations. I dare you to start mentioning Him. Start talking about Him. Talk your wild, crazy faith. Talk it, because that's one part of acting it, and that's one part of believing it and having it. You know, so just go ahead and do it. It'll make a huge difference, I promise.